Hello there, it's been quite a while since I've made a video, and this video is going to explain why, and after this there'll probably be some more videos coming over the next few weeks. Well, there's been quite a lifestyle change for me. I had retired from work about 2.5 years ago, and on the recommendation of a friend I actually have returned now full-time to university. And I'm taking a course in conversational Czech at a pretty advanced level. The course I'm taking is for people who are already fluent in Czech, but want to be able to immerse themselves all day in Czech, in conversation. We do study some grammar, but it's mostly conversational things. For example, we have to give presentations on topics and sit through sort of interrogations all in Czech, and it's a very small group, by the way. There are only 3 students and we have 2 professors. So it's a really good student-professor interaction there. And the reason I took this course is because in my daily life here in the Czech Republic, most of the conversations I have are about pretty mundane things. You know, in the bank I just talk about I want to deposit some money, and in the shop, do you have any of this type of cheese or whatever? And even speaking to friends here, do you want another beer? When shall we go to the restaurant? But there's actually very little stuff that stretches me. And this environment at university is sort of a really intensive process where we debate quite complicated topics sometimes. So, for example, we had to talk about what is culture. So we got into sort of a philosophical discussion for half a day, and late last week we were talking about, it'll sound pretentious, but we were discussing Einstein's theory of relativity in Czech. Now these are the kinds of things, and I give presentations on things such as all about different types of wild cats was one that I gave last week, and one of the other 2 guys in the group gave a talk on the history of Sicily, for example. So really kind of topics that you don't really get in day-to-day interaction. So it's really hothousing in a sense, really cramming quite demanding things into my day. So I'm really enjoying this. It's fantastic. But it's had 2 impacts on me. The first one is that the amount of new vocabulary that's come in is just astronomical. So I'm spending a lot of time not noting down the new vocabulary that comes up throughout these discussions each day, and then really thinking about those words, not just looking them up in dictionaries, that's the easy part, but thinking about them and how to use them idiomatically and so on. I would say, in fact, this is what the course I'm getting out of. It's not so much being taught something, it's actually absorbing really quite, I suppose, advanced vocabulary, but more idiomatic speech. We're getting to learn a lot of idiomatic ways of speaking, so it feels much more natural. Now, as part of this process, and this is getting to the reason why I haven't made videos, I set myself a target to only speak Czech. For the last 2 months, I haven't spoken a single word of English for 2 months now. I haven't spoken with my mouth a single word of English, and I've tried to avoid completely hearing a single word of English, although I have had to write emails and text messages and so on in English just to contact friends and family, but I've kept that really to a minimum. And I think I've proven to myself now that yes, I can handle myself in Czech exclusively for extended periods without problems, and I don't have to hide from English anymore. So I'm going to sort of slowly let English back into my life for at least a few hours a day, because it's so necessary for interacting with much of the world and for making these videos, for example. So I'm very sorry for this pause of a couple of months, but it's been quite on purpose. I haven't forgotten about YouTube, I didn't want to use English. And now that I've settled into the course at university a little bit, I'm going to get back into the YouTube video making. For example, my very next video in the next few days is going to be about my new toy. I bought an iPad, and I've been using it quite a lot recently for language learning, and I've come up with an approach to using this that I think might be interesting to other people. So something to look forward to. So thanks for your time, thanks for your patience, and take care.